Here.
Ms. Aniko Tested, Board President.
Here.
Ms. Michelle Linder, District 5.
Here.
Ms. Catherine Phelan, CFO. And as Superintendent, I am here. Madam Chairperson, you have the floor.
Thank you. Item number 2, discussion and or action regarding approval of amended budget for fiscal year 2024-2025. Catherine Phelan, CFO.
Good evening. Tonight you have before you the original and the amended budget for fiscal years 24 through 25. The consolidated budget, meaning our general fund plus our special revenue funds, was $66.8 million over budget, primarily due to sales tax. And then the sheriff's office has done an excellent job of collecting delinquent property tax. And so that put the property tax over budget by roughly 2.6. I won't say all of it is because of that. And then we had some other local revenue, which is primarily our interest earnings, that contributed $5.8 million. If you look at the expenditures on page 1, we did have some expenditures that were over budget, and we did take a deep dive on these. And I will say that our stipends were significantly over budget. And part of that is because of Act 311, which I'll talk more about when I get to information item number 3. Our health insurance for active employees was about $2.5 million under the original budget. For the retiree piece, it was about $500,000 under budget. The retiree piece, it makes sense that that is not as much under budget because that is the group with the highest claims, etc. But overall, our health insurance was about $3 million under the original budget. We did have some salaries that exceeded budget. Our property insurance was pretty much in line, but our total expenditures of all funds exceeded the original budget expenditures by $5.4 million. Our fund balance at the end of the year is projected to be $296.4 million for all funds. And then for the general fund on page 2, $294 million. We also lost about $250,000 in federal funding from the original budget to the amended budget. Do we have any questions or comments?
All right, thank you very much. Would anybody like to make a motion for item number 2?
I'll be happy to make a motion, please.
All right, any second?
I'll second.
All right, any public comments? All right, let's put this to a vote. All those in favor of moving this to the regular board meeting consent agenda, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, that will pass. All right, item number 3, discussion and or action regarding approval of budget versus actuals, general fund, October 2025. Catherine Phelan, CFO.
The October financial statements, we're significantly under budget on local revenue by 93.9%. which is not that unusual for this time of year because our sales tax comes in about 45 to 60 days after the month ends. Also, the property tax comes in January through March. So that is a seasonal that we are used to seeing. The state revenue is also under budget by 67.7 or 67.8%, basically because we only have at October 4 months of the state MFP equalization form. To date, we have no federal revenues received as of October. Expenditures are 71.8% under budget, which is, again, a seasonal item because we're basically only 4 months into the fiscal year. So these are trends that we have experienced for the past few years. Do we have any questions or comments?
Thank you very much for keeping us all in line. All right, would anyone like to make a motion for this item?
I will. Like to ask that the board please put this on the consent agenda for the December 4th board meeting.
Okay, to approve as presented.
Yes.
Okay. Would anyone like to make a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lemare. Any public comments?
No, ma'am, I do not.
Other members of committee? All right, let's put this up for a vote. All those in favor signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Hearing none, that item will pass. We're going to move on to item number 4, information items. Number 1, sales tax, August 2025. Any comments at all on those? Number 2, check register, October 2025. Item number 3, stipends.
Okay, I'd like to make a comment here. A few meetings ago, we had proposed a tech stipend for the tech department. And there were a couple of questions raised, which were fair questions, in that the board needed to see all of the stipends. However, pursuant to Act 311, the Act 311 stipends are blended with the regular stipends. So in order for the board to make a fair and accurate decision, part of my job is to present the facts. And so we need a little bit more time to separate the Act 311 stipends from the regular stipends. My apologies to the board and to the tech department, but we need to have accurate information for you all to make decisions.
Thank you very much. Any more discussion on the stipends?
Do we have an estimate for how much salaried employers are getting as far as stipends? I'm not gonna hold you to it, just wondering ballpark.
I can tell you that the 24-25 amended versus original budget was about 3 million over budget.
When you look at having, for now, anything outside the job description, if they say for
Yeah.
football games, we used to require them to stay for 2 football games, every teacher to work. No longer, they have to be paid for it by law. We cannot expect them to do anything outside their job description, and not be compensated for it, as per Act 311. And we knew this would hit us because now, mind you, everyone, and you have to pay them a certain rate, $30 an hour not including, minimum, not including their retirement and so forth. You add the 20% on top of that for the retirement costs, you're looking at closer to $48.
So we're
Per person.
looking to have more parent volunteers /
When you talk about football events and basketball and all those extra events, now if they're in charge of a sport, they're already being stipend for, compensated for being the coach. But if they're saying for people in the stands or to work concessions or just needing extra duty people around, now you're not talking about 12-month employees, they always have to stay. I'm talking about teachers. Because you need people working the gates. You need people collecting money. And the coaches are busy, and all the extra people they have with them are busy. So it becomes costly.
And I do feel safe in saying that the bulk of the stipend cost for 24, 25, or the majority was from Act 311. I feel very comfortable saying that.
I feel like there's more of a presence when you go to the games now. Everybody has their head on a swivel.
And there's
It's very-
procedures that they were supposed, and they were signed to in regards to what their responsibilities are, what the time length was. But you're talking about even when people do the weekend trips and they go places sometimes out of town, if they have, they need 2 or 3 chaperones. For example, if they're not the club sponsoring, you have 16 kids going with you, you can't just take 16 kids by yourself. You're gonna have, depending on the age, at least one other person with you. If it's a high school, the other person is compensated. Any questions with that?
Are there caps on any of the, like if somebody is always the one volunteering? Is there a cap they reach and you try to ask another teacher to participate too, or it's just a free for all?
We ask people to volunteer, and then we say we allow 6 for this, 2 for this, for dances. We used to require everyone to, stay for so many dances. Now, we have more volunteers, absolutely, but we only need 4, or we need 5, depending on the quantity of students going to be there. So we have plenty of people wanting to sign up, but we pay for that now.
Yeah.
Every year prior. I mean, Mr. Testage, you know that as a teacher, did you pay, when you worked at middle school, were you paid to stay for dances? They are now. Miss Lindner,
we're not.
But now,
We volunteer our time.
volunteer time.
Yep.
It's significant,
It is.
yeah.
Thank y'all very much for clearing all of that up. Is there any more discussion on stipends?
It's a choice, though. Let me make that clear on that part. It's our choice to stay as volunteers.
All right, let's move on to number 4, property insurance renewal.
Just a reminder that property insurance renewal will be expiring the beginning of March. And we anticipate having some good news on that.
We love good news. Number 5, Head Start October budget.
I'm always here if you have questions.
How's it going in Head Start?
Doing well. I'm excited about item number 6 the most.
Okay. Does anybody have any other questions about the Head Start October budget?
How were you impacted by the shutdown?
We were not. We were very blessed. Our notice of award came through at the beginning of June, so we were well underway. We made sure to work with Jenny ahead of time to get all of our reimbursements in before the big day. So we got 100% reimbursement for up to date what we needed. And as soon as we opened up, Jenny was ready to go to get our reimbursements going. So I think we're good.
Jenny Carpenter, one of the accountants,
Yeah.
who's in charge of that grant.
Good to hear.
All right, let's go to number 6, Head Start enrollment.
We are fully enrolled for
Yay!
2 months straight. We have worked hard for that with the 91. It's a lot easier to attain. We do have families who are leaving, but we do have people on wait lists now where we did not previously with our 108 enrollment. So We are looking forward to keeping that fully enrolled and reporting that to you every month, we hope.
Thank you very much. Are there any other information items that are not listed on here that pertain to budget and finance? Okay, here are none. We're going to go ahead and move to adjournment at 6:14 p.m. Thank you all very much.